putting your ego in place lets you get back to a little bit of that essence, the true experience of you. And without all of that incessant chatter, your inner roommate, you can actually get back to living. You're not in survival anymore. You're in existence. You're in creation. You're in life.
And life is full of endless possibilities, if you want it to be.
If you want it to be. So it does tremendous things for you and your growth. So having an ego death or two behind you lets you see how much is possible. You're not who you were a year ago.
No.
Even though I might not be killing my ego every single week, because it is a process and it takes a lot of mourning and I have to be ready to let it go, I still know that I'm shedding it, if that makes sense. I still know that I'm breaking it, I'm cracking it, I'm getting out of it. And then one more thing that is really helpful when practicing ego death is you have a softer ego in the future. And having a softer ego allows it to be there and to protect you, but with an openness that doesn't infringe on your experiences, that doesn't hurt your relationships, that doesn't limit you and who you're becoming. A soft ego allows you to be safe and protected without getting hurt.
Wow. That's so good. That's so good. Not the protective shell that feeds and festers your soul. It protects and loves you.
The harder and more rigid it is, how uncomfy do you think that must be? To be in a shell that's so hard and brittle and old.
It's ready to go.
It's so ready to go. It hurts you on the inside. Hurts you on the outside too. I like this metaphor. I think it makes a lot of sense to me.
It does make sense. It's good.
It's really good.
So how do you practice ego death?
Well, Kyla.
Out of all of the other things, but like how do you actually
practice ego death? So first and foremost, before I can give any tips, you have to be ready.
But how do you know?
It's kind of like I was saying, you have that incessant chatter in your head and it says all of these things and I'm figuring all this out and I'm so confused, but I think I get it, but I don't get it. There is a difference between being aware and letting go. And letting go is not something I've figured out yet. I can have moments of it where it passes.
You can feel the release.
But I'll pull it right back. I will pull it right back. And it's very, very interesting. It's kind of like losing weight versus releasing weight. If you lose something, what do?
I don't know.
You look for it.
I was going to say, you go crazy and try to find it.
You go try and find it. And so releasing weight is kind of a totally different concept.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're...
Fuck, I like that. Okay, keep
I
going.
got that from John Assaraf.
Damn, Cal. I'm going to have to tell some people that. Don't lose your weight. Release it.
Yeah, release everything.
Damn. Okay, keep going. Sorry.
No, you're just fine. Releasing is a practice. So knowing that you're ready and practicing releasing every day. You have to be willing to practice every day because your body's going to go back to what's normal and natural to it, which is the old patterns. So practice releasing every day and be ready to go through that process. That's the first thing. You have to be in that state and in that mentality or you won't get anywhere. You're just going to keep going on and on and on and on and on in your mind. So when you're ready to release, which is just such a beautiful phrase, when you're ready to release, there are several things. I want to say 6 things that you can do And every single one we'll be getting into in this series.
Dum, dum, dum.
So the first thing, when you're ready to release your ego,
Mm-hmm.
is feeling it out. You are not your thoughts. You are not your feelings. So you have to let them fucking go. Your feelings are important. They're signposts to the things that you care about. But they are not you. And while they're valid, it doesn't mean they're fucking right. So feel it out without blame, without concern, without fear and anxiety.
Acknowledge that they are there.
Acknowledge that they're there and let them go. So when you're ready to release, get ready to practice releasing every day, all of the time. Every time the feeling comes up, every time the thought comes up, good or bad, you let that shit go. So the first thing is feeling it out and releasing it out. Second thing is looking at your triggers.
Triggers.
Twiggles.
Wonder why that feeling popped up.
Yes. And when we get into that episode, we really approach it with curiosity, because the best thing that you can do is play the I wonder game. I wonder what that triggered.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder why that triggered that. And approach it with ferocious curiosity. And when you see other people's triggers, approach that with curiosity.
Yeah, that's very interesting to look at a outsider's point of view, because then it helps you realize your own self even more.
Yep.
That's, oh God, okay.
Number 1, feeling it out,
Yep.
releasing it out. Number 2, look at your triggers.
Look at the triggers.
Number 3, look at the story you tell yourself.
Mm.
So we kind of touched on this a little bit,
Yeah.
but your ego creates a narrative. And the narrative, the story you've been telling yourself, the precursor to all experiences.
Mm.
So we're all telling ourselves a story, and you're telling yourself a story literally every day, all of the time. And there's nothing that's not a story.
Mm-mm.
Please, 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 please understand there is no true reality. There's only a collective consciousness of people experiencing it differently for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So look at the story you're telling yourself. Number 3. Number 4 is realize that your beliefs and values are changeable choices. The things that you believe to be true objectively are not probably true.
Probably not.
And I mean, think about the things that you really, really feel in your soul. You say, I know that I'm a good person.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm a good person. I do good things. Like, you feel an emotion attached to that. Think about gravity, actual laws of science. How much emotion do you attach to that? The things that we can prove to be actually true. So I understand that there are physics of this world, but even science's main goal is to prove itself wrong. So don't get caught up in facts of the world, because there's no such thing.
Because we don't know shit.
We really honestly don't know shit, you guys. We are such a baby species.
Oh, yeah.
We are so young, and we don't know anything yet. So recognize every single one of your beliefs and values is a changeable choice. Fucking shit, that's important. Number 5, recognizing where your fear and shame is at. So this is an important one, because boundaries.
They're so
Boundaries. Boundaries? Did everyone hear it? Boundaries.
Can we have a boundary, please?
Can we have another boundary over here, please? So recognizing where your fear and shame is at allows you to see where you need to put boundaries in place for where your ego needs to protect you. So think about where your inner child is still really hurting, and say, it's all right, I'm going to let my ego stick around for you. And the best way that you can allow your ego to stick around while keeping it in check is know, these are my boundaries, and my ego is going to come to my aid when I need to put this boundary up. To just say, we fucking hate that. And then you can say, thank you very much. I'll put you back down. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I do hate that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to work with someone who is dismissive to me. I will not be able to work with someone who is belittling me.
Because
Your
they
tone,
don't care.
yeah, your tone really hurt my feelings there. And if you don't care about the way that you made me feel, then this just isn't going to work.
No.
So look at where your fear and shame is and create some boundaries based on that.
Very important.
Number 6, empower yourself through the process because it's fucking hard.
Yeah. Because you're doing the best
that you can. Oh my gosh, touch my hand. You're doing the best you can. And recognizing the difference between positivity and empowerment and say, this is hard. This is really hard. And I think a lot of people are scared to go through difficult emotions, but empowerment is knowing this fucking sucks. It hurts. It's hard. I hate it today. But I love myself, or I'm working on loving myself, and I'm going to keep going because I can. I am strong enough to keep going. It's really hard today, but I'm going to keep going. Beautiful.
I love you.
I love you. I love you so much.
I appreciate you.
I'm so grateful to have learned all the things I've learned this year, but to share it in the safety and the presence of you, to be in existence with someone who I can be my most vulnerable self.
Please do.
We don't all get to have that.
No.
So I thank you so much for going here with me, allowing me to express and creating such safety for my bare skin as I break out of my shell.
Of course.
I'm excited to see what ego deaths pop up for you in your 23rd year.
You know, my birthday's coming up.
It's coming up, but by the time this episode releases,
you
will be 23.
I will. It's just a birthday.
No, 23 is a big deal.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
And I'm excited to see how you grow this year. I am honored to bear witness to you.
Ooh, ditto. It will be so good. I can't wait for your birthday.
27. I can't wait.
Well, we're gonna go and shake our shit out now and feel a little better about life and
I feel a little bit better about life.
It's beautiful outside. Well, today it is.
I so encourage you, if you've never thought about ego death, or if this is your first time kind of coming to terms with it, please comment below or share with us some examples that you think qualify as ego death, because
or even if you don't know, ask.
Yeah, it's different for every single person, and the you that you discover on the other side of it is fucking breathtaking. So I would love to hear your experiences with it if you feel so comfortable to share.
Only if you do.
Only if you do. It is your choice.
Alrighty, meows.
I love you, meows.
Oh, well. Have a good day, cats.
Have a good day, Kai. And have a good day, meow meows.
Goodbye, meow meows. Alrighty, you lovely meows. We love you deeply, and we thank you dearly for joining us in our journey today.
Subscribe to the 6am Meow Meows to get notifications for future episodes. If you wish for more meows in your life, you can connect with us on Instagram for questions to ask yourself, writing prompts, as well as tips and tricks related to today's episode. And, of course, cats.
If you're more of a visual person, find us on YouTube for the video version of these podcasts. Or you can join the conversation on Facebook. Share what you think, what you learned, or something you would like to add to our discussions.
To get in touch with us, or if you have any questions, email us at the 6am meowmeows at gmail.com.
And all of these links will be listed below, so just scroll on down to get connected.
As always, we are learning through this journey, so your comments and perspectives are a fundamental part in helping us gain understanding and shifting our current realities.
Again, thank you for your time, and have a perfect rest of your day. Goodbye, beautiful meow meows.
Goodbye!